We're at Riverside Cemetery in Fairhaven, and we've come in the front gate of the cemetery and taken a first hard right and followed the wall. And we're about halfway down the wall, and you'll stop and park your car where it says Bourgault and Robbins. And then there's sort of a little path we can follow to visit Eli Bence, his second wife Annie, his little daughter Priscilla, and his in-laws, Charles Maxfield. Been a while since I've been here. This is a beautiful old, well-kept cemetery that was begun by, I think it's Franklin Delano Roosevelt's grandfather. There's a Delano or Delano, I'm not sure how you say it. I've always said Delano. Tomb here, not too far away. But right now, we're interested in Eli Bence. Since I have written a great deal about Eli Bence, and all of that is on the website, we won't talk too much about his life. Annie, I believe he married Annie in 1905 or thereabout. I'm not off by much. And she was from Fairhaven. You know, Eli died in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. He had opened a pharmacy there. But this is why they've been buried in Fairhaven, because of Annie's Fairhaven connections. There's his little daughter that he had with Annie, named Priscilla, who died when she was only 2, very tragically. This is the main stone here. It's got an awful thorny, I haven't been here for about 9 years, and this bush has gotten so big, but all of his dates and things are on the back, and you can just make that out. He had a massive stroke. He was on a little vacation trip, Eli was, with one of his sons and daughter-in-law. Roy was his first son by the first wife, who was named Sarah Hayhurst. That's when they lived in Fall River, and he worked for Smith's Pharmacy. And after Sarah died, he married Annie. In 1894, Eli left Fall River and came to New Bedford and opened a pharmacy on the corner of 4th Street at Russell. We're going to try to go see that later. These would be Eli's in-laws, Annie's parents. There are quite a few Maxfields in here. Charles Maxfield had a very successful plumbing business up by the bridge. And here's the whole family. Mom and Dad, Annie, Eli, and his daughter. They had a son. Annie and Eli had a son whom they named Maxfield, which was her maiden name. And he became an Air Force colonel and lived and retired in Texas. I'm not sure where. Roy was probably buried in Pittsfield because he took over the pharmacy after Eli died. Now we're going to go hunting for the Brownells, and we'll see you in a bit.